Do do do, and we are live. Hey everybody, let's see if anybody jumps in today. So hopefully you guys are doing okay. Um, any
Doing all
uh,
right, doing all
any
right.
any news on any fronts at all for you guys?
For any what?
Anything? Any news? Good news? Bad news? Good
Good
news
news,
mostly.
bad news? Ollie, you want to start?
Um,
Still hacking
Not
away.
much.
All
Not much. It's just like um, well, for me, yeah, I'm working on a set for Upper Deck.
nice.
Uh,
Cool.
it's for DC.
Yeah. Did they sent you stuff already or?
No, I'm studying it. I got that.
You get the
What?
email?
What?
You get an email from them?
No, no,
Or
no, no. I got the set. I got the actual sketch cards.
oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm already starting it.
I'm panicking because I didn't hear anything from anybody so far. So it looks like maybe I
Uh-oh.
lost Upper Deck, right?
Oh,
I mean, I did the Batman, and maybe they're
yeah.
just going through. You know, I did the Batman, but I haven't heard anything back yet. It's almost been. It's now what, May something. So yeah. So yeah, and is there a con this weekend for you? Arnold. Sorry,
So what?
any con
Any
this weekend?
cons? Yeah, so I'm preparing for the Cornwall con.
Is that this weekend or is that next weekend?
No, that's next weekend. So which is good because I want to definitely. Sorry, guys. I definitely want to bring in new stuff there because I know I believe I established some good followers down there,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that they've already bought some of my stuff. And sometimes, though, yeah, I'm getting I'm getting people asking me what I'm bringing over. So,
Nice.
uh, unfortunately, I can't. It's hard for me to say, yeah, I'm bringing this, I'm bringing that. I don't know about you guys, but like when you guys prepare prints, like I don't know if you guys already know what you're gonna bring at the con, uh, or is it just like you plan it based on what you think is gonna sell, whether at that city or at that location, as well as you try to like see if you can piggyback on the celebrity or whatever is happening that weekend.
Huh.
Something that you guys
Um,
consider.
well, if you have a lots of prints, it's good to bring some prints that wait, what's wrong?
You get echoes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear
I
you,
can hear you.
but
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
I hear
so
an echo from somewhere.
yeah, yeah.
So
There
you're
you go.
saying that bring
Can you hear
varieties.
me?
Yeah, I can still
Yeah,
hear you.
we
Hmm.
can hear you. I can hear you at least. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just checking my yeah, because yeah, I can hear an echo.
It's not as
No,
bad.
that is bad now, right?
Yeah, it's not as bad.
Yeah, so I'm saying it's like if you have lots of prints, that's an issue, that a good issue, right? Because you have lots of prints, but you can prepare prints that is let's say some celebrities that coming out of that show. You can prepare for that. So, but for us, like for me, I don't create any more new prints. So whatever I have, that's just what I'm bringing.
Yeah, that was the same for me. If whatever I got, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I don't have anything. I don't have anything new.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, yeah, bringing stuff, but then, you know, I'm talking about like preparing, like whether you
Oh,
have something new or not. Like, do you prepare like before? I mean, like, okay, right now I think like you guys are not really doing as many shows
yeah,
as
yeah.
how you used to, right? But like before, what was your
Well,
strategy?
if I am trying to prepare for another print, maybe one or two, I would do that. I would try to create to come up with a new prints, but um a lot of times I just bring whatever I have. No pressure for me. How about you, Lock?
uh, I the only prints I do is if I have something new. That's it. I mean that is it. If I'm doing a new cover or whatever, I'll get
Mm-hmm.
prints of those. If I'm doing something new, fan art or something like that, to add to an existing collection, then I'll bring that.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't done digital for the past 3 months. I've
Right.
just been doing sketch cards. So I'm thinking for myself, for like for the Toronto Comic Con, I'll just bring original art, and that's all I'm gonna do. Is gonna bring original art. I bring my old prints and see if I can liquidate as much as I can,
Mm-hmm.
and that will make my what you call it. You know, I'm phasing out my 11 by 17, so I want to get rid of that. Maybe downsize them to half that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think a lot of people have a lot of room, or maybe do print a print book, like
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah,
an
yeah. Collection.
yeah, that I can sell for 35, $40.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? For that. Oh, looks like Nauman's in here. Here we go. Now I'm gonna put you on stage. There you go, Nauman.
Hey guys, what's up? What's everybody drawing?
Hey.
Hi,
So we're
Norman.
just so Arno was talking about. Hey, Christina. Arno was talking about
Hi, Christina.
prepping for his next show. So he's trying to figure out if he should do more prints. So he asked us about like if we were to go to shows, what would we do? So for me, again, just to reiterate, I only bring stuff that are new that I think will sell, but I don't go like I don't go out of the way to create something new unless it's something I want to do.
You
You know
guys,
what I mean, Arnold? Like you know how we kind of
are you guys gonna perform at the show?
Sorry, Naman.
Are you guys gonna draw or sell or both?
It. Sorry if I'm understanding you correctly. It's selling.
Are
Like,
you guys gonna sell or draw at the booth? Or both?
well, this is mostly for me for sale. Like what I want to like bring to the con for prints, right?
So you bring in prints. You gonna do any like you gonna take on any commission at the con?
Oh, that's another animal for me.
Yeah, for
I
me, I will.
I don't do commissions as much anymore, and it's not that for the lack of request. Unfortunately for me, I find lately is that since I'm a one man show at my table,
Oh yeah, that would be
um,
hard to do, wouldn't it?
it's it it sometimes well, I was finding it challenging to concentrate on completing a commission
Hmm.
because I'm mostly busy selling my prints. and preparing my prints because my I don't know if you know Naman, like I sell my prints with frames,
Right.
and sometimes I have to frame my prints like on the spot.
Right.
And so when people are like, it's hard to, I mean, I pretty much have an idea what people are gonna buy, but then there's the odd one that they'll pick, but it's not framed yet, so I have to like frame them
Uh-huh.
on the spot, right? So what's happening with me is that I'm not what do you call it? Yeah, I'm just not to toot my own horn, but like I'm just too busy trying to like sell my prints that when somebody asks for a commission, I have to deny it because I
Mhm.
just don't have time, and I only deny it because yes, I could do it, but I feel like I'm not giving them my 100%
At
uh
the show,
effort,
right?
right?
Yeah.
And I don't want I want to make sure that when I do commissions that I am giving my my 100%, and I'm just being honest with myself, right?
Mhm.
So that's where
Yeah.
I am. I'm not as fast. So okay, so for example, Ollie,
Hmm.
Ollie's pretty quick with like pumping out commissions, so he can do that. But then again, Ollie, not to think, but like you got your kids helping you
Yeah.
bag your prints, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, so Ali has a actually person that's helping out.
Yeah, we usually bring our kids with us or something.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
if you have kids,
Yeah,
which I
Arnold
don't.
tries to kidnap a few, but it
And
didn't
that's
work out very well.
in America that's considered child labor.
That's
Well,
right.
Good thing I'm not doing
Especially, yeah,
huh?
that. Yeah, so
I'm
that's
just
where I am, right? That's where I stand as far as like unable to or refusing commissions
right.
lately.
Uh,
But I
it
do offer to do commission outside the show if they're willing to pick it up. But
so if you do bring somebody in, then you saying you guys gonna actually I say perform, right? When you're doing the commission at the con, you're performing, right?
pretty much,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Because some of the customer wants to see you finish your their commission.
yeah, and another thing that I think as a buyer of art, right? As a buyer of art, like I bought an art from Mike Will, right? And what I liked about it is I'm able to see him work on it. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And then
Right.
after he
Right.
works on it, it's mine.
Right.
And I realized that as a buyer, I know it's not I know it's not Mike Will's best work because sure you'll do better job in your studio, but that's not what I'm not buying your best work. I'm buying the work that's done live in front of
Hmm.
me. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
As,
Right.
yeah.
that's the way I look at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Some people want to buy that experience. So this is
Yeah,
Yeah.
why this is why I do well with the whatnot sale. For my end, that's what I was talking about. It's all about performance, right? People want to see they want to see that their requests be done live,
Hmm.
and and for some reason it adds that value to them. Like I noticed, like I put up in my store commissions in my whatnot store,
Right.
and I don't get anybody buying them because they just don't want to go to the store. Like they'll go to the store, they'll purchase it, but when I start drawing it, they go, no, 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 no. Could you wait until the live show, then draw it for me?
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens. So I get that more than anything else. So
Okay.
yeah, but for Arnold's case, He's a one-man thing.
Yeah, one man thing is hard to do with the one man thing.
Yeah, and if he is tabling, he's trying to sell. If within that hour that he does one sketch, he could probably sell 4 or 5 prints or more.
Right.
Right.
Right? So that's where that comes in. Like for me, if I had an assistant, then yes, I would bring out my commission list. I would put it on the table and say, open for commission. I bring a short box of blank sketch covers, kind of stuff, right? Mostly popular Marvel and DC ones. Um, but that's how that works. Then at least if somebody does approach, say, hey, can I get a commission? Go, yeah, sure. And I would push that to the side of a table somewhere, and that's where I do the drawing. And they're away from the table while my daughter or my nephew take over and do the sale, right? Bag the stuff, right? They only interrupt me when somebody wants something signed, and that's pretty much how that works. But if
Right.
I'm there myself, like within the, if somebody does approach and go, hey, can you do a commission? I said, yeah, but you're gonna have to come back the next day. I'll do it after the show, but I can't do it now. That's how I would do it. Right? But those are rare. There's some people like that. Other people like would go, hey, take it home, do it at home because I want this and this and this and this. Right? Letting us do it at home does give you a better quality because that gives us a little bit more time to flesh out, um, you know,
Sure.
flesh
I,
out
I,
the detail that we need for the artwork. Right?
I remember when I first started doing cons, it was exciting back then to get a commission because knowing that somebody was actually interested in getting you to do their their request or their character, right?
Yeah.
And when you mentioned like taking it home and all this, I remember one of the fun memories that I had was like even during the show, like say a 3-day show, right? Like say for example we're in Montreal or Niagara Falls, we'd be going home and then we'd ask each other, hey, do you have homework? Yeah, I have homework.
Yeah.
How many homework do you have?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have homework. It's
Yeah.
like, ah, it
Right.
was homework.
That was one of those things. Nowadays, I do the cons just to.
Somebody's asking if which one of you can draw the perfect circle.
None of us. I can, but it requires a compass.
Let me turn
There
my
we
AI mode on. Let me turn
That's
my
right.
AI mode on. I have to turn on my AI mode.
Right. I can do it if I'm really drunk.
That was me. I suck at playing pool, but if I am sufficiently buzzed from drinking, I I, I, I kill it. I kill
Yeah,
it.
because you're more relaxed.
Yeah. But,
it's
It's
it's funny because speaking of like perfect circle, whatnot, sometimes I don't know about you guys, but I ask, just to kind of like, you know, uh, break the ice or whatnot, with the customer and all this. I kind of ask them and go, hey, do you draw too and whatnot, right? And a lot of like most answer I get, and I'm pretty sure you guys get it too, is that, oh no, I don't draw, but I can't even draw a stick figure, right?
I actually have to draw a circle.
Right.
I have to draw a circle right now. Oh boy. Pressure now. Look, Christina asked, what Mickey did you draw?
I'm I drew. They're all been submitted. On Masterpiece, they showed it. I did it. I did 6 Marvel characters, 6 DC characters, and some random. I think Mars Attack character. I drew. I'm trying to remember what the characters were. But yeah, I didn't do Mr. Fantastic, and I got a card here that I'll draw with Mr. Fantastic as Mickey, just for the heck of it, because I got a spare just sitting
all
around.
that
So
stuff. What do you say, Mr. Fantastic?
yeah, Mr. Fantastic as Mickey, right? Mickey is Mr. Fantastic.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like doing sketches and stuff at the con. The only thing I'll do at the con is it's always it's got to be quick sketches. And they're gonna be like $50, $60 sketches that are usually black and white and one or two colors. They're not full on detail stuff. That's what we do at
Like a
conventions.
mock-up, right?
Yeah, the thing with that is you're dragging a lot of like
Materials.
just bring art material along. You're just carrying it back and forth. When the idea for the show for us now at this age, anyways, is just to go and meet our fellow artists, our fellow friends that we haven't seen in a while. That's really what it is, to catch up and network, right after. Because now, after the show, I'm kind of exhausted. I just want to go back to the room and just veg for a bit and go through my inventories or just work out some stuff. Then because last thing I want to do is go back and I'm working still. Right, try to get the thing for the next day. I think when we were younger, we were just, I had like, I forget, back in the hotel, I was doing like 3 or 4 commissions, like till, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, sleep till 6:30, 7 o'clock, go down to the lobby, grab breakfast, drink copious amount of coffee, head to the conventions, prep stuff, get all put everything back on the table, um, do a quick count, what sells what's not selling, make sure we have enough cash for anybody who's bringing cash, um, those kind of thing. Then the show floor opens, then you kind of, what do you call it, kind of drift through it is the word, is that the term?
Right.
Yeah, you kind of go into like sales mode, right? So you're drifting through it and you're hustling and stuff like that. And the last day of the show is when everybody just like, yeah, we just show up at Oliver's house and have a barbecue. That's all we do, right? At the yeah, that's what Niagara Falls for us is. It's just one of those, right? Like this year for me will be around sketch cards and original art. I'll bring a lot of sketch covers. Um, I mean, if I can sell 2 or 3 of those a day, then yeah, that's just just made table, then some, right? Then the prints is an easy sell. Prints is a lot, but again, it's like how many prints do people need of so many characters, right? You know what I mean? Like, unless you're there to collect based on the artist itself, you want different characters, you want different stuff, right?
Right.
And I think that's really what that comes down to. And then I'm finding out the original art market is more profitable because people want the original art. That's really what that is. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, speaking of original art, I'm kind of pushing myself right now. I don't know if you guys saw that. I thought I lost my portfolio that contains all my original artwork.
You found it?
No, I didn't know that.
Sorry?
I didn't know you lost it.
I thought I did. for the longest time, I wasn't bringing it to the con, and people would be asking me, like, "Yeah, do you have an originals?" I go like, "No, I don't," but
Mm.
I kind of like wasn't, saying the full story because, in my head I'm going like, where are they? Like, where
Yeah,
did I
yeah. Right.
like? So for the longest time, I'm going like, where did I put it? And until I actually like, I crashed over my uncle's place one weekend, and it just so happened that
Oh.
like the room that I was sleeping in, because normally for Niagara Falls, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'd either stay over at Ollie's or I'd stay over at my uncle's place.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so when I was sleeping in that room where my uncle, like, I see this black portfolio in one of their dresser. I'm going like, wait, that's not it, could it? Like, I'm going like, and yeah, then I went over and I'm going like, oh my gosh, there it is. Like, all my
Oh,
original
you left it
artwork
there.
there for like how many months? Nobody told me. So because like that was a guest room. So by the way, so it's not like yeah, my uncle go there all the time. But anyway, so going back to yeah, original artwork. I mean, I want to fill that book up because I know people are now looking for more traditional stuff, right?
Yeah.
Um, and I think Ollie Locke, we've talked about my artwork before, where I think what people gravitate to is because I make my print look like it's traditional work,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
whereas it's actually, like it's
Well, yeah,
digitally
you
digitally
you made
colored,
it.
right?
Yep.
But really, when it comes down to it, the end result of my print, it does look like it's original watercolor
Mm-hmm.
because also when I frame it, it actually gives that more impression that it. But anyway, aside from that, people are also like interested in buying some original or traditional work from me.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm looking to fill that book up with a lot more pencil work. So this is why I like joining this session.
Mm-hmm.
This is the actual time that I'm able to like make the time to do some of those pieces
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
just so I can fill out that portfolio. I know Ollie has like I don't think I've never seen I don't know if I've seen any like you lock have any like or a portfolio that has pencil only. Do you have one?
No, I find those to smear. The only thing I bring with pencils in them is my sketchbooks. Um, that's all it is. It's you've seen my sketchbook. It's all rough and tumble and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
My stuff that I do that I bring with portfolio stuff is all my Inktober, right?
Oh,
Or
okay.
in anything that I randomly draw on 9 by 12 because I just felt like I needed to draw something, right? That reminds me, probably in the next session, I'll crack open the 9 by 12 and do some painting work or something on it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's really what that is. I don't bring pencil because for me, unless they're pages, but I haven't done any pages, right?
Right.
Um, I kind of like I kind of like inking, but that's my thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's always been my thing when I do stuff, just to ink.
Like for me, yeah, Ollie has a portfolio of like pencil work or printed pencil work, and it's very
Yeah.
inspiring seeing those things. So I kind of like get like motivated just flipping through his book because the way you've seen how Ollie like you can even see it like right now
Yeah,
like, what he's inking like his pencil work is like freaking tremendous. So um and I love that. And I know I've always been drawn to, pardon the pun, but like to like pencil work. So I love seeing professional artists
Mm-hmm.
like back then, like when Neil Adam was still alive and all this. You see his original pencil or any other artist that you admire, and you see the raw work, the raw pencils, because that's where all the energy is coming from, right? I don't know, but how you guys feel about that, but that's how I see it. Because once they're inked and fully rendered and colored and all this, like it's a great image. Like the inker did a great job, colorist did a great job, but I don't know, something about the raw pencil for me is just like another level, right?
Yeah, like for me that's the fun. The I always like that's my favorite part of creating an art, like for like the pencil stage where you do the layouts and study where you're going to put everything, like the design. That's where I have fun
Excel it.
most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
about
don't
you?
do any pencil work. I'm AI, so um yeah, the my pencils are really messy. Um I Yeah, my pencil work is very messy. It's all about defining and stuff.
Hmm.
I hate erasing.
Yeah.
that that is my thing. But yeah, so that's why I kind of like gravitates towards to the coloring and the inking and stuff because a lot of my stuff is at
Why
the
don't
end of
you
the
just
day.
ink first then?
Sorry.
Why bother with the pencil if we're not going to erase?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, but it's just one of those where I've gotten to a point where I don't try to uh, erase a lot of my stuff. Um, but that's why I use a red pencil, so that way when I go markers over it, the
Right. Yeah.
disappears and all the other stuff, right? But the only time I actually do any kind of pencil that I leave underneath is when I'm painting. Those are my kind of like my underpainting, right?
Hmm,
Hmm.
okay. How do you guys feel about receiving actually flipping I guess the scenario where you're on the other side of the table, so to speak, like in front of your favorite artist, right? Like,
Oh.
uh, I guess what I'm getting at, like, before I was on the other side of the table selling and drawing and all this, I used to love one thing I used to love is like going to Artist Alley and checking out my favorite artists and just I guess what we were talking about earlier, just watching them draw, like,
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
like for me, it's so exciting to see that watching them like their process and all this thing, right?
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that's what got me into actually, yeah, that's what got me into actually, like, drawing, because just seeing those guys just pump out these like amazing pieces.
Right.
um I know for me too, it's like if I do ever get a a commission, I'm very selective. I'd like to go to an artist where they actually like, yeah, give me a good sketch as opposed to like a
Yeah.
cheap sketch. Like,
I know.
I mean, do you guys know what I'm talking about when I'm saying cheap
Oh,
sketch?
right. Yeah. Yeah.
There's some artists that like I feel like they're just like pumping it out just for the sake of like pumping it out and charging you so much, but that's because you're pretty much just buying the art because of their name, not for
Hmm.
the quality of their work. It's like,
Oh yeah.
I'd like to approach an artist that like I've admired so much, like seeing their work and all this. Like, I would like to get a piece from them that I feel like, oh my god, that's the same quality that I saw on a published book, right? Like,
Hmm.
but not to the full extent, like to the full finish, but at least like a good like resemblance of the quality, right? Because I find there are some artists out there that ah, I
I
go,
know.
I like your artwork,
There's
but
yeah,
then when they do the commission, it's like they just give you like a chicken scratch.
and mostly profile shot,
Sorry.
mostly profile shot, like side view.
Right. I mean, like I don't mind that, like you know, but I want more. Like I want to see more like pencil shading and some sort of like technique applied to it,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to like just like whipping out like random line. I mean, like they're not random lines. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're guidelines, but like it's yeah. Like if I'm paying you like over $100 for a commission, like I want to see that quality, right?
Yeah.
Um, I can't take it down right now, but one of my favorite artists, Ivan Reyes or Yvonne Hayes. I think that's how he actually pronounced his name. I got a commission from him, and I
Mm.
paid like 150 US, and that's pretty cheap considering it's
Mm-hmm.
coming from him.
Yeah.
But I love the rendition that he put on, and the quality that he put on the sketch, because that quality is exactly what it's exactly what I would expect him to produce when he's doing like pages, right?
Yeah.
So, have you guys gotten any commission from any artist that you admire, or
I got it from Mike Grill.
who?
Mike
Mike
Grill.
Grell?
Yeah.
Nice.
I got one from. I don't know if you guys know him, Greg LaRook. You guys know him?
Oh, Greg LaRoe? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think didn't he do the Flash or something?
Yeah, he did Flash. He did Spider Man. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm familiar with his work. Yeah, he's got great work.
Yeah. I mean, and the one thing I like about Greg LaRook was that he and I became a friend. That's what I like
No
Oh.
about.
way.
It.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And he
So
was
when you
one
see
time.
him at the
One
con,
time I went to the show and he brought me to his table for free. I didn't have to pay for the show.
Oh, that's
but
nice.
that's why. But yeah, he came on my channel and talked to us too. So
That's cool.
he happened to. I don't know if you know the I don't you know like a comic book YouTuber named No Good Comic. No Good Comic.
who?
He's No Good Comic. He's a
I don't.
KNOW, not NO. No Good Comic.
Yeah, I don't think I'm familiar.
Yeah, I'm not
Anyway,
familiar too. Yeah.
he's a YouTuber, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, and his dad is Greg LaRook. So
Oh,
Oh, I don't know if you showed it, but
that was nice. It was nice having a connection like that, and eventually become a friend. I don't want to be much as I like Mike Greer and Jim Lee and all that those guys. I don't want to
yeah.
be I don't want to be their fan. You know, I
Have you
mean,
met Jim Lee, or have you?
I went and shook his hand. I I went I bought one of those package deal.
Oh, you did the fan experience kind of thing where you
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
showed
Oh,
up.
And
nice.
I got him to sign the 3 books and then shake his hand. So that was fun, but not worth it. I mean,
It's not worth it.
The money
It
is
was a
good.
work experience. I enjoyed the experience, but you know, I don't want to go Google Gaga over you know, people like that myself.
Right.
I'm different.
Huh?
I'm different. I go Google Gaga over some of my artists.
Really? I just don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. So.
I'll go Google Gaga if you're my friend, but if you're not my friend, okay.
Hey, you know what? Like, you just not so much Google goggling, but like I think you're definitely
I respect the man.
appreciating.
That's what I respect the man. That's
Yeah. Um. So yeah. So
there
going
should
back
be
to the
enough.
show.
I think to me that should be enough for the artist. You respect their work,
Enough
you know,
for.
appreciate their work. That should be good enough for the artist. If it's not,
Right.
then well, there's plenty of other guys that Google Google will use, so don't worry.
So Locke, did you say you're mostly just gonna bring your sketch card at the con?
I'm bringing the sketch card. I'm bringing as much as I can. Whatever. I'm just creating a bunch of them. I'll bring the some of the APs. I
Yeah.
might just end up drawing on them and just bringing them. Right.
Somebody's Google Gaga over you, Lo. You must be
Yeah.
happy.
Is that what it is? Eraser. I might like I'll bring that stuff. I'll bring a lot of my older um, Inktober stuff, and I'll
Mhm.
just get rid of them as much as I can. My wife doesn't want me to have it around. Um, they're just filling up space and corners and stuff like that in my book. I'm just gonna start liquidating as much as I can at these shows, but I keep forgetting to bring them because I got stacks of them, right? You know what I mean? Like an artist, we were just trying to develop our skills. We're just doing anything that comes in our head, and hopefully it
Right.
sells. I like doing
Mhm.
the Inktober stuff, or any of these challenge, just for the challenge purposes of just seeing what I can come up with,
Mhm.
and that fuels what we do, right? Like Ollie, like we're constantly trying to draw characters and poses within a narrow little space.
Yeah.
Right? Like we don't have a lot of room anymore, and we're trying to tell a story using colors, using lights, using stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I find that part, like just doing what we do, that part is kind of like of the business, kind of fun. But yeah, and some days it's just that fun. Just you just don't want to do that fun anymore, right?
I get
Like,
it.
but yeah, I'll try to bring as much of the original art as I can to the show. I want to promote some of my friends' Kickstarter stuff. Any way that I can get some people to look at somebody's book that can help out a little bit. That's cool, right? That's my mentality. Yeah,
Good job.
Right.
but yeah, I don't have any. Like it'd be great if I go to Niagara Falls and you know make some money off of it. Make some good money and the stuff because the money goes to my yacht.
you
Uh, uh,
gotta pay that docking fee, right? For the
that's
your
right. I got
yacht.
to pay that docking fee and my private jet and
Yeah.
no. Any money I make over usually goes back into the art itself.
Mhm.
That's usually what this is, right? We're constantly buying markers, we're constantly buying pens, we're constantly buying stuff. And I don't know what it is. Some days I just like want to walk away and just say, but I can't, right? You kind of enjoy it too much. You're kind of on the hook for it.
Right.
But yeah,
It's passion. It's our passion.
Gotta
yes,
pay
Passion.
right.
for all the. Hey, Blinker's here. Blinker's here.
Yes, I noticed that.
Mhm.
That's right. Got to pay for all the extra girlfriends.
Don't say too loud and don't let your real wife or that.
That's right. She's
Wait,
like, yeah,
girlfriend or mistresses?
that's right, mistress. The extra ones. It's it's funny. Some days I'm like, okay, what am I doing? Why am I doing? Why am I killing myself doing 50 cards, right?
Mhm.
And other
Well,
days it's like, yeah,
mm,
go ahead.
well, again, for me, it's like when I do convention, I don't even like think about oh, the effort that I put to making the print or setting up or whatnot. I look at it more as like a vacation away from my actual full time job
Yeah,
Mhm.
because I, this is my passion. This is what I love doing, and it's like, yeah, I wish that I could have done it as or I would be getting paid like comic book artists would.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, I'm a slow learner. I didn't have the luck to actually be hired by Marvel or DC, but I still had the passion to actually, draw. So if this is the best I can get to as far as like doing my work and able to sell it and share it with whoever is interested in it, then I'm happy.
Yeah.
I don't like, yeah, I'm no longer going like, oh, I wish I can work for Marvel. I wish I can work for DC. But like, it's more like, you know what? I don't mind just drawing my own or, yeah, drawing my own stuff. I have spoken to a professional. I'm not going to name names. I have spoken to one professional who actually worked for DC,
Mhm.
and then the person was saying like, yeah, they love, yeah, they definitely feel lucky, and they it's a dream come true working for DC and all this thing, right? But the only drawback with working with a company is that um it becomes your full time job. It becomes a job,
Oh
Mhm.
yeah,
really, right? As
how can
opposed,
it not be a job?
for me right now, I'm doing this for fun.
You guys, how
Sorry,
can you
Naman.
True.
not? You gotta take it as work. I mean, it's only natural that you have to take it as work because otherwise you're not professional, right? I mean, you gotta meet your
Yeah, but
deadline.
what I'm saying
You
too is
gotta
that
do what
like,
they want you to do,
they,
not what you want to do. You know, if
well,
they say, "Hey,
I guess what
that's not the type of art people want. You need to draw it this way," then you have to do it that way, right?
yeah, but I guess no.
Yeah.
But really, what the conversation was about is like, you know, is the person still, you know, um, how do I say this? Like, are they drawing because they enjoy it, or are they drawing because they need to put food on the table?
Yeah.
Type thing, right? Like for me,
Yeah.
it's like I'm drawing this because I still enjoy drawing and all this. But for them, they've been doing it so
Well,
much
that's
that it's more
you
like,
should
oh
do.
well, we need to draw because I need to get paid and put food on the table.
Well, you're a lucky man. You're a lucky man. That's all I could say. Lucky man, right?
Or 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 because I need to draw because I have to fuel my alcohol habit, alcohol marker, and
Why do you
right?
always have to go dark lock?
Yeah, it's all about my alcohol marker habit.
Oh,
That's what that
alcohol
is.
markers. Okay, I thought you meant like
Yeah.
you have a drinking problem.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I can't afford drinks, man. You know how much these marker cost?
He buys alcohol to see if he can revive the markers.
That's right. Alcohol is still cheaper than a bottle of beer is
Actually,
still cheaper than a Copic. What are you talking about?
there was this artist that I saw today. I forgot what his name is on Facebook, and he was like demonstrating acrylic markers, like but
Mhm.
um pen shape, not a thick one. I'm not talking about like something like Posco or whatever that brand is.
Oh,
You know,
I think
where
I saw that. I think I saw that too.
you saw that too?
That's
Yeah, like
Stephen Segovia.
yes, Segovia. He was
Yeah.
he was he was demonstrating the use of this like acrylic marker. You don't have to
Hmm.
puff it just like some other like acrylic. It just the paint just like rolls off
Yeah.
the tip, right?
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah. That was really good.
And he did it like yeah, he did a great Batman piece out of that
Yeah. Batman and Joker.
demonstration.
Yeah. It's like a painting.
Yeah. Have you ever tried that lock?
The acrylic marker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have these. They call it brush, and then I get the acrylic, and that is my acrylic
Okay.
marker. These are my acrylic brush markers,
Right. Right.
right? So it's I got a bucket of of acrylic brush markers that I just dip the into the acrylic and I brush it,
Mm.
right? And I get to mix the color,
Hmm.
right? Yeah, I'm just joking. I'm just being stupid. Yeah, I got these. Um, I need to crack them open and apply them, the acrylic paint pens. And I do have acrylic brush markers too.
Okay.
From This one is from a buddy of mine from California. So he got
Oh.
um,
Oh, that's the one
he
you showed last week, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Thule Art. He's being sponsored by them, right? So that's what he used a lot of. So I want to. So he sent me a box. He always gets them. He gets them for free, right? So which is kind of
Wow.
cool. Because that's what
That's.
you get when you're sponsored, right? So yeah, that's what he gets, and he sent me some. Then I have some other ones that I need to crack open and try. But every time I do that, yeah, I need to look at how that marker reacts. It's about when you saw so and so does his Batman and Joker with the markers and stuff. You saw something that he's been messing around with for some time, so
Mhm.
he knows how they react. He knows how they react in the paper. He knows how to all that stuff, right? So that's the reason for it. It might look cool, but when you get it,
Right.
right,
Mhm.
it's a whole
Mhm.
different thing, right? Um, that's where
Hello,
it comes down to.
hello. I met George, right?
Sorry.
Who I met here?
You are here with Ollie up in the corner.
I think I met
You got
Ali. I met Ali, right?
Yeah, and Arnold's there doing the Batman.
Oh, okay. Okay, I met both of them then one
Yeah,
time.
you met both of them. I'm gonna try to see if I get Michael Morton. I think he might want to jump on someday, right? Introduce some of that. He's up north. He's another Canadian artist. Then was it Hugh Rockwood?
Any of them Asian?
Asian. Oliver is from the Philippines.
Yep.
Arnold is from the Philippines.
Oh, good.
Not from Trinidad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you
Hey,
go.
look. You
Yeah.
you never came onto my Asian American.
I'm not Asian. I'm AI.
Yeah, you. I mean, Asian AI. You're Asian AI though, right? I mean, because if you're not, then I'm gonna
Let's
discriminate
see.
against you.
Let's see. Might be able to get.
Anyway, I'm looking for people to interview during Asian American Heritage Month.
We should get Paul. We should get Paul on there too. He does a lot of nice stuff.
Paul Avigenko?
Yeah, Paul. Our Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta reach out to him. Get him on here. You should get all the pencil guys.
Okay. Well, I need to get you in on my channel too. I mean, as a Asian American, well, Asian. You're American because I'm saying this is North America.
Yeah, America.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like North America, South America, as an America, like continent. So
Yeah.
in May is Asian appreciation. Asian something, American, Asia Pacific.
Asian Pacific American Month.
Yeah, Islander and all that stuff. Appreciation
May.
Month. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot the acronyms.
I mean,
AAAP.
my channel and a few other channel has been celebrating. K-pop channel, otaku channel.
Yeah.
We've been all celebrating that month, and we try to get the Asian American people to come and talk to us about their art and their passion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, last year
Yes,
I was on a
sure.
stream with John Boy. John Boy Meyer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we had Jumbo Myers on, we had David Nakayama on.
Oh, cool.
I told you about Greg Rourke already. Ryan Odegawa. I don't know if you guys know him.
Big names.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Bernard Tang and a whole bunch of other ones, right? Too, right?
How about Locke?
No. I'm not that big. I'm not
Loke's
even
coming
Asian.
on too. I don't need anybody. I decided that I'm not going to try after big guys because they don't even contact me anymore. They don't even talk to me anymore.
They're busy.
Yeah.
So there you go. You got Arnold. You gotta schedule it. Get Arnold on.
Arnold, I got Logan, and who else is this?
You got Arnold and Ollie.
Ali, yeah, both Asian.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know about that. I'm just depending what it is.
Well, last I checked.
That's right.
We can go at the same time. Me and Arnold can go at the same time.
No, I do one at a time. It's okay.
Oh, one at a time. Okay.
Yeah, they do these interview. This fascinating interview about the art style.
Mm-hmm.
Show off their work.
We show if you have a website or something, I'll show you artwork. Then I'll do duck race, and I will give one of you guys art away, and I hope it's not too expensive because I have to buy them. And yeah, and then so yeah, that's what I'll be doing. If you guys are interested, come on over to my channel. And
when do you normally have it on?
Yeah.
We
Starting in May, right?
We schedule it during month of May.
Yep.
So anytime in the month of May.
Got time.
You do that weekend or
You could do
weekend.
weekend. Yo, feeling beast was feeling beast.
The guys will work around your schedule, guys. So
yeah, we will work around your schedule.
yeah, we'll talk.
Right. That's how I found them. some of the artists and stuff like that, because I didn't know they were in the YouTube world. Like I'm
Mhm.
only
Yeah.
on YouTube just to watch somebody draw for a while, while I'm drawing or something. I might learn a technique here and there. There, I did a backdrop. Now the inking process. But yeah, let's see. David called. David from Pop Culture called me and asked me if I'm going to be doing Sudbury, and that is next week. And I'm like, crap! I thought it was in May, and I'm not
Oh yeah.
prepped. Yeah, I'm not prepped for it. I'm gonna have to let him know I'm not gonna go. It's the I don't know if I can sit in the car for that long and drive up there and stuff, right?
Mhm.
And yeah, and my AC's busted,
Oh.
right? I just spent $1,400 on new what is it? The converter, the muffler, the pipes,
Mm.
all this other stuff.
Mhm.
So yeah, right. But yeah. I mean,
That show was great though. Sudbury.
oh yeah, Sudbury is fantastic. I want to go.
Well, you did it before.
Yeah. I did it the first year. I always
Right.
go.
You killed it.
Yeah, I always go to Sudbury, Ontario. You guys don't know. Sudbury is like 4 hours here from Toronto. It's way north. It's really, really north. It's a beautiful drive, but you're the. I always go to. I was invited guests all the time for Graphic Con or the Sudbury Comic Con at the time, and I guess they're not doing it anymore. It was always at the
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I heard about that show, but I don't hear it like being promoted or.
Yeah, I think it's done. I think the last year I was there with them, it was done. And then the pandemic and everything else is, right? The show is fantastic because anytime you get to go to these conventions that are way out of nowhere, away from major metropolis and stuff like that. You find the people are starved for the pop culture stuff, so they have all this money that's sitting there. They want to spend. They want to buy prints. They want to buy comic books. They want to buy indie books. They want to buy anything that is pop culture related, right? Um, that's where like you want to do. You want to do conventions that are far somewhere.
Well, I think, yeah, I've heard that from other people before that lived around, in Toronto or whatnot, right? Like they say that the further away you go away from Toronto, the better, I guess, the reception as
Yep.
far as
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
selling your artwork or selling your
Mm.
prints, whatnot. So, I wanted to do Sudbury for sure, but yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I'm it's the same date as Cornwall, and there's
Mm.
another show called CK Expo.
Yep.
Have you heard of that one?
Yeah. I was a guest on their very first year, and I did like these. I was on the panel doing these. I was That's where I met Mike Ruth and Ken and those guys. We were invited guests out there, and we're doing like these draw challenges on the panels. I think the one
Right.
year was He-Man versus the year that I was at was He-Man versus Darth Vader, right?
Okay.
So these panels were it's kind of like draw challenges, right? So I
Mhm.
think it was Mike Ruth or I forget who it was with me, and we just ended up drawing a bunch of and they would auction that off, right? Raffle it all off, and the money would go to the food bank or something like that, right?
Mhm.
Right.
That was the year I went, but I haven't gone back. Yeah, because it's now 2 days, and
Yeah.
it's again it's only 3 hours from me, but it's like I think I'm at a point where I'd rather just stay around that area than
Yeah.
try to drive through. For anybody who doesn't know, yeah, driving through Toronto just to get to the one end is you're going through like this funnel of just yeah the congestion just going through
Well,
Toronto. If there was like routes to go around, I'd take it.
well, it's funny because like I know the organizer, like he doesn't invite me as a guest, obviously because I'm not a pro, but just asking if I want a table there, and I think I commented, I go like, you know what, it's a bit of a drive. If it was 2 days, yeah, I would go.
Mhm.
So when he made it 2 days, that's when I actually tried it out, and
Right.
it was actually a really good show for me. But yeah, it's just unfortunate that it falls on the same time as it overlaps the other con that I'll be attending. So I would have loved to have gone back, but you know, I think on that weekend it's gonna be Pop Culture Sudbury, CK Expo, and then Cornwall.
Yep. 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 And that's the only thing is that because it's almost like the Sudbury one's almost like it feels like last minute. I thought it was in May, but if it's next week, I gotta prep. I gotta get things ready, and that's a lot of yeah
There's
maybe next.
K-pop, Fooling Beast. K-pop is here.
Yeah.
K-pop.
Are these commissions? That's Feeling Beast is asking, guys.
No, not mine.
No, not mine either.
No, not mine either.
Not mine, but I'm doing a collection of, again, traditional sketches, so I can sell them off if anybody's interested
Oh,
at the
look at
con.
that. Naman's doing was it Grandizer or G-Force? G-Force.
G-Force.
G-Force. Look at that.
Nice.
G-Force.
G-Force. Oliver's doing Batman.
No,
He needs a
no,
shave, Oliver.
no, it's Arnold.
I mean, sorry, Arnold. Sorry, yeah. He needs a shave, right? I feel like I need a shave, right? Then you got Ollie here is working on a panel for a sketch card. It's probably one of
Yeah,
his APs, right?
yeah. This is for a charity event.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. See, he's doing what do you call it? Uh, S&M kind of soda massacre Batman with chains. No, Spawn. Yeah, right. He's doing Spawn with chains, right? That's the thing with Spawn, man. Everybody asks me this Spawn. I hate drawing change. I just did the other night. I did Ghost Rider, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and I
Oh,
just put
yeah,
some chains on,
yeah.
right? But yeah,
What?
Were you were forced to do that?
I don't know if it was forced. I didn't draw. I haven't drawn Cosmic Ghost Rider in a long, long
Oh,
time, and
yeah,
I had to look at the new costume had him
yeah,
looking a little
yeah.
different, and I said that's cool. So I did the Burning Skull, but I didn't put him in the helmet. I didn't put him in the fishbowl.
Right.
The Mars attacks.
Yeah.
Because I figured he's a
Oh, it's
burning
funny.
skull. He doesn't need to breathe. Right?
I actually I did a Lobo piece actually the night before, and Lobo had the chain,
Yeah.
and same thing here too. Like I get bored drawing chains, so tedious. So I don't know if I can show it, but
There you go.
Here, hold
my
on. Let me
iPad.
make you big. Let me make you big. There you go.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right,
nice.
so I just
Awesome.
kind of like did my best to render what because Lobo had that chain. I had to give him the chain. So,
Hmm.
but that was my chain rendition.
That's a nice piece.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah,
nice.
thank you. It's one of the new pieces that I'll be bringing to the convention.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I don't know if I should. Yeah, I want to start a new one.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on. I want to meet up with some of the guys because they owe me books. Hopefully they're going to be there so I can at least get some books with some covers and some stuff. What else? That's what these conventions are for. Hopefully I'll run into them. I want to run into Yuri, at least get a copy of the book that I drew for him, the cover, at least I drew for him. So I'll get one of those. That's pretty much like I haven't seen him Otanica and Co. I haven't seen him do anything for a while, so I don't know if he's still pushing the book or not.
Who are you
Let's
talking about?
see what else. Yuri
Oh, Yuri. Okay.
with Otana and Co.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I haven't seen if he pushed any of the books. I'm hoping maybe when I get down there, I'll contact with I forget what's his name there, and maybe he wants. Maybe I'll talk to him and maybe getting a retail variant done for one of the books or something like that. The one that was it AO something, the comic book store. The last time I was there, I don't know if he still has the store anymore.
Who you talking about?
Niagara Falls. That gentleman that we met that one year.
Oh, you talking about Adrian?
Adrian, thank you. Yes, Adrian.
Oh, Adrian. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Other than that, I mean, there's really nothing. I think I'm gonna be busy this year with all the Star Wars stuff. I'm hoping besides doing. Oh yeah. By the way, it was the weirdest. I sent off 40 cards for Tops for
Okay.
for the SpongeBob, right?
Yep.
Let's finish, and they looked at it, and 3 of them was rejected.
Just 3.
Yeah, just 3. I'm like, what?
Ah, that's cool. Okay.
No, I mean,
Nice.
I've never seen any of that. Was one of them with SpongeBob with a pencil?
Hmm.
Like, it was one of the episode where a pencil from a boat fell into and it landed in Bikini Bottom, and
Okay.
and SpongeBob picked it up and he drew Doodle Bob is basically a square with a bunch of eyes and stuff, and it became life. So I literally took 2 cards and I made a scene of that, and they said no, we only want Doodle Bob, we don't want SpongeBob with a pencil.
Oh.
I
Oh,
didn't
no.
get it. The other one was Mrs. Puff. She's a pufferfish. She's a recurring character, and I don't know why. And what else was there? Something with was something weird. Oh yeah, the Sandy Hook, which is basically a squirrel with a fishbowl on her head and lives under the ocean. And it's not like I did anything lewd or anything. I just made the characters. I just took the character sheets and I just drew all the characters with a blue background and some bubbles, right? So
Good job, man.
it's funny what they reject, right? Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, that set is due. That set is done for. That set needs to be submitted already. So, right. So yeah. Let's see what else. So sent in the Mickey Mouse stuff. What else? Then I got 2 weeks to finish 50 cards off, maybe.
What set was that? No.
Yeah, I got 2 weeks. I have 2 weeks to finish the hyperspace. So I need to sit down and just punch them out. And was it Arnold? This is where I think I'm just gonna pencil it. I think I'm just gonna pencil it and submit it. Like I'll do some color pencils or something like that on it or something. There, I drew Mickey Mouse as Mr. Fantastic,
Nice.
Nice.
holding something. I like doing the backgrounds. The backgrounds are fun.
Yeah, you're doing a collection of Disney combo, right?
Yeah. This is what happened with the card is there's a dent in the corner when they got shipped, so they're not like perfect. So they shipped me a new box that were a lot better. So everything's all nice and clean. So I got a bunch of these spares sitting at home. Right?
Hey guys, good to meet you guys. Remember, open up your month of May for me. All right.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Naman's officially inviting you to do the interview stuff. So yeah, I'll get you your contacts, Naman.
Yeah.
So that way you can arrange
I
a
got
date.
3 of you guys booked up. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a good night, Naman.
Have a good night, guys.
Yeah,
good
have a
night.
good evening.
Good night, Norman.
See you guys in the chat. Thanks, Christina, K-pop, Fueling Bees, Flicker, Fueling Razor, and the Hustler Show. All right. Have a good night, guys.
So what else going on, guys?
Let's see. Okay, so
Excuse me.
I'm
Pardon me if I'm like
so
talking away here. I'm
oh,
just
no
recovering
worries.
from a
No
cold.
worries. I'm drinking some tea. Let's see. I really need to have these crunch time stuff, so I'm probably gonna uh cancel my whatnot stream on Sunday. And also it's also Easter Sunday, and I think my wife wants us to go to church, so I guess we got to go to church.
Yep.
If I don't, then I'm the one who isn't being resurrected on that day, right? Let's see. Whatnot has changed it's a bunch of stuff where now pricing will be reflective in the country or in the country that you're from. So
Okay.
that was something. That was my first experience with what they did. That was on Tuesday, They stopped taking PayPal.
They still
So
accepting PayPal?
they're stopped taking PayPal. So something must have happened with the PayPal stuff, right? So payouts for sellers go directly into your bank account. I think through Stripe. It's the thing. Um, yeah, it was interesting. So I did a live stream on Tuesday night where I did a bunch of commissions. I posted on Instagram there.
Yeah.
And it was yeah. Oh, here. Keep forgetting. So I did a bunch of live streams, and I just drew a bunch of cards,
Okay. Yeah,
right?
you pumped those out pretty quick, man.
Yeah.
Well, they take a couple hours, to do, but then I did these, right, and I put a refractor on it. So somebody in the chat said, "Hey, can you draw She-Hulk?" And I said, "Sure." So I came up with a She-Hulk with some flames and stuff, and I said, "Hey,
Right.
I'm gonna throw this on." So I threw on this
That's
little
cool.
refractor stuff, right?
Yeah.
Then through the night, as I was doing a commission piece, then it went, then I said, you know what, just give me another character to draw. And somebody said, draw Venom. And I said, yeah, okay. So it's not like I draw like 1,000 Venom already. So you know what I mean? I don't even have to look up reference anymore. I just know what Venom
Yeah.
looks like,
hmm
right? So I drew, here's a Venom. So right? I figure I might as well do this because I'm ready for the conventions. I'm just going to put them on my
Right.
table, right? Then I got some new refractors, the starry ones. They look like little stars,
Mm.
right?
Okay.
So I
That's cool.
drew the alien.
Wow, it's been a while since I've watched that movie.
Yeah, I love that movie. I love that movie.
Yeah.
So I drew that and I put this new refractor on it just to mess around, and it turned out pretty good. I was a little shocked. It's got the starry thing, right? So that's done. Then so it went up till like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Cool. Yeah.
Right. Then I did Mr. Freeze, right?
Well, that came out really good.
And it has the starry thing, so it looks like ice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
the
Like, the
the
effect
she.
works well on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the She-Hulk, it feels like she's punching
Glass.
with the glass, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I put that on there because I thought, hey, this is kind of cool if she's punching or breaking glass. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's the effect that I feel.
right. So yeah, I'm gonna have to add these refractors to my description in the in my commission list. If anybody interested, that I can throw this on top, right?
Mhm.
But it's one of those where I would ask somebody, hey, do you want a refractor on it? And they're like, I don't know if it's gonna look good or not, right? Because once I put it on, it's on. It's not coming off.
Yeah. Oh
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Right? And I'm like, yeah, I understand. uh, I forget who it was. David was asking me, hey, do you think you want to, like, for example, when you do these starry things on here, uh, take an X-Acto knife and cut out the pieces and stuff like that. And I said, no, that's a lot of work. Hey, Jagular, how you doing? The yeah, so that ended up doing that. I mean, Whatnot has changed, but a bunch of stuff on their platform. So if you're in Canada, any price you list is Canadian dollars. If
Oh
you're
wow.
American coming in, it will tell you in American dollars. Or if you're from the UK, it will tell you what that UK dollar was, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got lucky because a lot of my stuff was in American dollar to begin with, anyways. So when it converted, it became higher in Canadian dollar, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. So that was the only thing. I'm still puzzled on the way they charge shipping. That was my only concern with Whatnot, right? Because I know that if I ship a sketch card to anybody from Canada into the US, it's like $10 for shipping, right? And that's with tracking, right? But I don't understand when Whatnot takes the shipping through the same process. It almost like $20,
Oh wow.
right? Yeah, I just don't understand. I really don't. So that's my only concern. That's my only gripe with that platform. But they it's their platform. They do what they want to do, right? So yeah, I mean that's what's happening on that part of I know. The other stuff is um, I got the banners, a new banner that came in.
Yeah. How'd it turn
Um,
out?
the paying an extra 20, like instead of paying the $10,
Hmm.
pay the $30 or the $40 for the banner, and the quality just turns out like phenomenal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me grab it while you guys are drawing still. Here, let me show you guys. So this is 8 feet by 10 feet backdrop that I did. So I kind of uploaded my print on these, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
So the idea is I'm gonna stretch it to that backdrop that I have, right?
Right.
So remember how my backdrop was originally? I had bags of the prints and all taped together, and it's a big wall of print, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The issue is there's not enough room for the 11 by 17 unless I print them 9 by 12 or 9 by 11, or you know what I mean, or it's 8.5 by 10. Put them on the wall. But I think I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna stretch this, hang this up, iron it a little bit, and see what it looks like from a distance. The
Mm-hmm.
idea is just to draw you to my table,
Yeah.
and I just put whatever the brightest color, so these prints of mine. So whatever the brightest color be. I mean, that's a $30 printing. So you know, that looked really, really well, right? Even just like when I said, here's the Upper Deck logo. So
Mm-hmm.
official artist for Marvel,
Right.
Yeah.
DC, here's
Yeah.
Top,
Yeah.
right?
That's one thing with you guys. You guys can name drop those companies, so which is good. It gives you credibility.
Right. So, like just putting this enough and people can see. The idea is for people just to see, right? They see the approach, then they can look at the actual stuff inside the binder. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Just have a binder on my table with, like I always do, right? So people can flip through it, right? Because I'm debating about the print wall first. That's the thing. So I figured I'm gonna try this out at Niagara Falls, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
But
that's cool.
I mean, it turned out really well. I mean, look at that. The color
Yeah, it's nice.
reproduction turned out really
Pretty
well,
bright, and it looks solid.
right? Here's,
There's
you
no
know,
fade or like that. That's a cool piece.
right?
Carnage.
Here's the Venom, you know, like here's a little bit more complex. See, will it focus? Is it focusing?
Who,
Focus. There you go.
Oh,
Right.
nice.
So even the dark, here's a dark Daredevil with ninjas in the background. That turned out okay. But we're gonna see, right? Because right now I have it under a lot of light, but I want to put
Right.
it
Yeah.
up and stretch it out and see what that looks like. And you know, I paid $30 for this. This is not too bad. This is $30 Canadian, right? So here's the printed material. It's lightweight. It's foldable, right?
and again, that was
Yeah,
a lot more cheaper than what I paid for my
right.
cloth. And I have some graphics on it as well too, but I think I paid over $40 for it.
Yeah, I paid $40 for my tablecloth, and I went back with the company that the link that I gave you guys,
Yeah.
right? The link that I gave you guys, I went back to that company and I found that they do backdrops, so I figured I'd try it out, right?
Looks cool.
I mean, you know, I already spent $10 on the other backdrop, and you get what you paid for. I'm sorry, right? Right. I mean, when it comes down to the let me see, where are you at here, Ollie? There you go. See, that's Ollie's inking stuff. Drives me nuts how good he is. Right? Right, Arnold?
Yeah. and, and his speed, like how fast he can produce them, like it's crazy.
Yeah. Right? It weren't for the fact that we get fed by the lovely wife of yours, I'd kill you. Right?
The restaurant.
That's right. What are you working on right now?
I
like
I'm trying to work on a squirrel girl. I've never
Nice.
really. I think I've only drawn her once, but I'm still unfamiliar with like how to render her.
Right.
Like, do you guys find that as well too when you're drawing like certain characters that you've never drawn before? You kind of like struggle a little bit on how.
Yeah, especially the costume. That's what it is, because you, unless you have all the references, that's the struggle for me. It's always been, what does the costume look like? Because the pose for myself, I'm sure it's the same thing with Ollie. Is we kind of got our standard pose that we use all the time,
Right.
right? And we kind of got worked out, but the body for that pose, or like if I'm doing a punch towards the screen or something like that, something pointing towards the screen, or a close up of something, or at a angle that you look down on, or they look up at you, that kind of stuff. That's where the difficult part is, the uniform itself. Like, what
Right.
does the do they have kneecaps? Like, do they have like kneecaps as in knee pads? Sorry, on their uniforms, or where does, like, where's the Spider-Man always throws me off. You know how his webbing goes across, and then when it comes to his leg and his hand and his fingers, it becomes like it goes across, right? And where does that transition? I think that was where the glove or the gauntlet portion. That's where the transition comes in. So you got to be aware of that, and
Right. Yeah.
right. Gets funny. Yeah, that's the only thing. But if you know your poses, you know your anatomy, everything kind of falls into place. And I cheat a little bit here and there. I just put a gob of black in that area.
Real. All of us do that.
Yeah. Okay, what am I
Yeah.
drawing, guys?
But you know what? Regardless of how it turns out, obviously the takeaway is that it's a learning experience, and then you kind of like, okay, later on I'll probably look at this and go like, "Ugh, what was I doing there, right?" But at least I know I'm more self-aware on what not to do next time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But in the meantime, I'm looking at this and go, "Oh my gosh, I'm doing such a great job." Right.
It's um so you got the Cornwall Comic-Con that's coming up,
Yep.
and
And I'm actually gonna be
are you staying overnight?
yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. That far away? Yep.
I need.
Um
Go ahead.
no, and then I think for May I'm still going like what other like I was struggling and go what other show? And the only thing I can find for May was I think I'm doing a couple of pop culture shows.
The Barrie Comic-Con there. I think that's
Sorry, what?
happening in May. I won't be around in May, but
Well, there's free comic book day.
Free comic book day, first week, right?
The first week, I believe the first week of
May,
first
right?
week of May,
yeah.
Yeah.
and then yeah, because I know that one Oliver and I and Mike we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be at
Freak show.
Freak Show Comics. So I'm just trying to see what else I have on in May. Oh, and then at the end of at the end of May, Niagara Falls Comic Con. Holy crap!
Yeah, that's the end of May. That's
Wow.
the one.
I just realized that. Sorry, because I'm looking at my calendar here. It's like, oh, yeah. I guess gotta prep for that one. But yeah, so just to fill the space, I'm gonna, but I still love doing it. Obviously, it's the pop culture shows. I think I'm doing Orangeville and Napanee.
Napanee should be fun. Napanee's far away enough um, to do some damage there.
Yeah,
The Orangeville's good too. I remember Orangeville, right?
yeah.
Orangeville was pretty good for the show. Oh, there we go. I found my ring.
You what?
I found my ring.
Your
My
ring.
precious.
You're
My precious.
precious.
You're precious.
My precious. This is the ring that I will have to wear because my wife said, one ring will rule him all. Right? So it's got Elfin writing on it.
Uh-huh.
Right there.
Nice.
Right? It's
Oh.
made of. It's not even. I think it's. There we go. I found my ring. It was in one of my.
Speaking of rings. Speaking of rings. Yeah, I got mine here.
Oh yeah. There you go. There you go. He's got your ring.
Oh.
I got my rings. Obviously.
We had. Let's see what else is. What's happening? So after May, June is Niagara Falls. Then I think July is I'll see you in Bruce, right?
Sorry?
I'll see you in Bruce County.
Bruce
July?
County, but I also have, I think before Bruce County, I have Montreal Comic Con.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to that one. That one's another great show.
I wonder if it's too late to apply for that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I figure so.
like, well, not that I'm discouraging you. I mean, you could try, but I know, like, Montreal or Ottawa, they're like, I believe they're all sold out already.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
know that. I got to email London then, the London Comic Con too. Didn't the Hamilton Comic Con just happen, or was it? Is that
Sorry,
coming up?
No,
Hamilton.
that's in October.
Is it October? Okay,
which one?
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Yeah, that one's in October. Hamilton is Hamilton September.
Oh, September.
Is it
September
September?
20th, 21st.
Okay. Oh,
Um,
Timmins. Did you guys do Timmins? Anybody is doing Timmins? Was that
I
Timmins?
used to do Timmins.
Is that this weekend or was
passed
that last
already.
weekend?
Yeah, it passed already. That's a good friggin' long drive.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's close to at least like 8 hours
Mm-hmm.
drive to
Oof.
Timmins from where I am. Yeah, we used to do that one, but it always coincides with the other convention now that I attend. So it always coincides with what do you call it, with Cornwall for me.
Right.
And unfortunately, not unfortunately, but like Cornwall, although it's a long drive as well too, it's at least half of the travel of Timmins.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Mhm.
I think I'm also going to be doing Ottawa Comic Con, but that's in September. But oh yeah, sorry, I was going to mention Locke and Ollie. I don't know, well, because
Mhm.
like both of you guys, Gotham had that summer bash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When's that happening?
Gotham Summer Bash is happening June June 14th.
Oh, okay.
June
Okay.
14th and 15th.
I think I can make that. That's not a problem.
You guys,
Yep.
hey,
Yeah.
for $25 a table,
Okay.
you can't go wrong. And Ollie, like we do well down like when we do that
Yeah.
event.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Carlos brings in the people, man.
Yeah. It was a nice. That was. That was good.
I'm sure I'm gonna see Comic Vet there. You see-
Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it there though, even though I'm selling it. I'm selling the.
Yeah.
I won't be able to make it to the Gotham one.
Oh.
I'm heading to Calgary.
Oh, you're doing
okay.
the Calgary Comic Con?
No. I mean, no, I'm not.
You're
I'm
going on
just going
vacation.
to visit family.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, you have an aunt there, right, Cup?
Yeah. And then while I'm there, obviously I'm gonna go hang out with Hugh.
Yeah.
Oh, is he's out there now?
Yeah. He's been out there for the past over 5 years now, I believe.
Oh, I thought he was here. And
Oh no, he moved a long time ago.
oh shoot. I did not know that. Okay.
But I think it's 6 years now.
Damn it. I thought he was out here. Well, time flies as you're just trying to figure out if I'm just trying to figure out. I woke up around 3:00 this afternoon. in a haze, just walking around like what the right? Then I was supposed to drop off the stuff at the post office, and I forgot all about it. Then I'll do that tomorrow, and tomorrow will be. I'll just quickly run to Planet X to pick up any sketch covers for.
I don't know if there's any sketch covers that came out this week.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? I got the Swamp Thing. I'm stoked for that. I think I want to draw something on the Swamp Thing, right? The yellow cover one.
Mhm.
Oh, the yellow cover of Swamp Thing?
Yeah.
You didn't get that one yet?
No, I got that one. I got that one last week. I went in
Right.
there and I walked out with spending $230 for sketch
Well,
covers, and that was probably like 10 sketch covers because
Right.
everything, right? Two of the sketch cover was the Treasury edition. You know, the big size. They're like
okay.
$15.99 or something a piece, right?
Right.
And I'm like,
What-
holy crap! Those
what comic-
ones,
What
yeah. Go
comic
ahead.
book was that? What comic book was that?
They
What-
are the
What blank?
they are the Brave and the Bold, kind of the Batman, the Neil Gaiman one that drew.
Oh, okay.
It's huge. It's huge. It's like
Mhm.
there's, like 12 by 16. The Treasury
Yeah.
edition. It looks really nice. It's just that the cover is like thin, and the only way that will go on is I'll probably just end up penciling and inking, and very minimum color.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because the paper will warp right away, right?
Right.
Do you have one that the Superman versus Muhammad Ali?
Yeah, I had to buy
You
that
have that?
specifically. That
Yeah.
cost more. That was I have that one with the chrome, and I got two of those, and I think it cost me $60 for the two.
Both? For both, okay.
Yeah, for both, right? But I also like to offset kind of shipping, because I was gonna pay. I ended up like paying an extra $30 in shipping, right? So I figured, okay, I'm gonna spend that. So I bought the that cover with the chrome on it, right? I just like the shininess of it.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not really particular with those big blank covers, like those treasury size, because
Yeah, I don't know how many people are gonna get commission me for that. That commission alone will probably be like $300,
Right.
right? Right? It's like I won't get. I only got it because I just wanted it, right?
novelty.
Yeah, it's a novelty. I'll do something on the cover of that, but I don't know what I'm gonna do on it. That's really what that is, right? Now Christina got me on a doing the thing as Mickey Mouse.
The thing as Mickey Mouse.
The Fantastic Four.
Does it have to be Mickey Mouse? Can't you do like Pluto as the thing?
No, I can't, because he's not public domain.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It's Mickey Mouse is the Steamboat Willie one. That is in public domain right now. So I'll do all the lines and stuff like that.
Man, I'm really struggling with a Squirrel Girl, but anyway, it's all good.
You got the forms down. I like the face. Face looks great. That's
Yeah.
what everybody's looking at. The hair, remember, hair is in like, you find your comb, your center point, and you draw out of that on the head, right?
How do you do that?
So on hair, right? So if you're drawing a circle on a head, you just put a point and you know what I mean?
Okay.
Hair does that, right? So draw that center line or the headline where you know what I mean? Wherever
Right.
that is, and you go off from there.
Oh, I've never like really
Oh,
done it
you
that
didn't
way.
do that? Oh, come on.
Thank you. I'm gonna have to remember that next time.
That was my other life. I was a barber. Right. that I was
Wow.
the barber through the pandemic where I had to cut my own hair.
Wait, but no, you weren't really a barber at all. Like,
No. I had to cut my own hair.
okay.
that was a mistake right there.
I
Oh.
thought you and I were gonna share something like, because for me, what I fixed shoes for 7 years.
Oh wow.
So I my um so yeah, I was gonna like kind of like say, hey, I guess we're tradesmen because yeah, if you're cutting hair,
Uh-huh.
I was like fixing shoes, right? So my specialty back then, even though I could pretty much do pretty much all of it, but they would normally throw me the stitching.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
So I would be stitching like any like if there's a like yeah, if somebody ripped their their the top of their shoes, I patched
Mm-hmm.
that thing up, or the sole, those kind of things. But like yeah, I used to be a shoe repair guy.
Mm. Mm.
yeah, you could come over and repair some of my daughter's shoes. Just don't know how she does that. Always end up wrecking my shoe.
Uh it helped when you had the tools with you.
Yeah.
Like I remember those
Yeah.
lady heel, those
Mm-hmm.
those lifts.
Oh no, this is a
Nothing.
kid's running shoes. This is no
I can
lift, no
replace those
nothing.
rubber tips less than a minute.
Yeah, I'm always surprised when she comes home. It's like, Dad, I broke my shoes. How do you break your shoes? I'm just running. Like, stop
Yeah,
running.
I got out of I got out of the shoe business because if I didn't, I think my health would be like shot by now because of all
Mm.
the chemicals and all the
Yeah.
glue
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot that I was like breathing that time. Because when I'm trimming the heel, all those like little pieces that you trim off, they fly all over the place. And yes, people are gonna
Mm.
go, "Why didn't you wear a mask?" Yeah, I was stupid back then.
Hey, 16, I was working in a car plant doing the what do you call it? Doing uh, the grinding of
Right.
metal, and
Yes.
I was like,
Right.
the only thing I got was the goggle on. I was breathing the like. At the end of the day, I was just blowing my nose, and all the little metal shaving was coming out
Exactly.
of it.
Mm.
That's what I was experiencing with all those like friggin' yeah. So you know.
Yeah, that's why I'm in comics, man. My brain's been affected by it. That's right. All the chemicals and stuff. That's why we do this. what kind of person keeps going back for punishments?
It's funny. Sorry, slightly off topic, but like I don't know. You know, we do traditional and digital, but sometimes when I'm drawing, I'm so used to drawing sometimes digital that like I'm pressing something on my pencil right now to undo a line that I did.
Oh.
I got over it for a while. It was my thumb. It's this, right? So I would be I would be drawing, and because I have the large Herion, I'm like trying to zoom, This is what I'm doing. You see me doing this. And like, wait,
Right,
I can't
right,
zoom. I can't zoom.
right.
I can't
Well,
zoom. Then they change the brush size. Right?
uh,
To
well,
hold down the control is down here to move the canvas.
mm,
well, just to show people what we're talking about, here's the pen,
Yeah.
mhm.
and I don't know if I'm showing it correctly, but like
Yes, you got
there's a
your
button there that you can program.
yeah.
Either I programmed mine to eraser and undo. So that's what I use those two buttons for. So right now when I'm holding a regular pencil, I'm looking for those buttons. When I no, I had to reach out for an actual eraser. Uh,
I know. It's the Twitch. That's what that is. We call it our Twitch.
That the sound.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to figure out what are we gonna do when we're down in Florida. Oh, we're gonna be on a boat, so
well, when you're on vacation or wherever, like, don't you bring a sketchbook as well too? And
no, I'm not going to attempt it.
what do you mean not
Um,
gonna attempt it?
I'm gonna go hide somewhere on the ship and just veg, right? My wife said, "What about the girls and stuff? You handle it. I'm gonna be hiding under a deck chair or pretending I'm what's her name, Rose, and standing in front of the bow, and I'm the king of the world or
I knew
something."
you were gonna say that. I knew you were
Yeah.
gonna say that.
No, I think I think I'm just gonna decompress from drawing sketch cards.
Right.
I'll probably I say that, but I'll bet you anything I'm gonna have my sketchbook with me.
Well, I don't know. You can't help it, but not try to draw,
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah. It it's about yeah, 35 is the darker color. It's yeah, it's we're I don't know. I don't know. I like wherever I go, it's always um I feel like Manchurian candidate. If I don't have a sketchbook somewhere, I think I'm gonna kill somebody. You know what I mean? Like if I go in the dollar store, I see a sketchbook. It's like I should pick one up. So I end up with like boxes of these sketchbooks at home.
Mhm.
What's funny, whenever I'm in a different, like, say for example, yeah, if I was to go to Florida, I'd be seeking out an art supply store and checking to see what they
Yeah,
have.
isn't that the weirdest? Isn't that the weirdest?
It's weird, but like, hey,
Hey,
it's
only
fun.
artists can. That's what artists do.
Yeah,
What?
That's what artists do.
Yeah, but no, I mean, like, I don't know, like, yeah, that's my thing. Like, wherever new place I go to, I always seek out to see if there's any, like, art supply store, or some place where I can buy. I don't know, or check out to see what they have.
and we're supposed to be relaxing. Isn't that the crap? It's always been the case. So yeah, my I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in person for
Niagara Falls.
the Niagara Falls. I need to figure out my daughter because we got to go look this summer. We're gonna have to go look for an apartment for her because
Oh yeah, for school.
the student resident is like $2,000, like
Yeah.
$2,100 a month, right, for like a bedroom.
How,
kind
how,
of thing.
how many sketch cards is that?
That's a lot of sketch card, man. That's thousands of sketch cards that I gotta do, right?
Oh, look, earlier you're saying you haven't got any invites from Upper Deck?
The last time I sent was to Matt, and that was, hey, any new projects that's happening? And because I just finished Batman, it's been 3 months and I haven't heard anything back. He goes, yeah, we'll put you on the list of we're doing some stuff that's coming out. I said, oh, okay, and that was it, right?
Yeah.
So you already got a bunch of sketch card, and that was when, like, just this week or last week?
No, I got that set maybe a month ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is the Batman one?
No,
It's a different one, right?
it's a different one.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't hear anything back. I guess they're still going through the list. So I'm not on that set. If you already got the cards, that means I'm not on that set.
I guess,
So
yeah. Oh, yeah.
it could mean
Most
that they're building up another set, and then I'll be on the next set, kind of stuff, right?
Right,
Maybe David and
right.
I will be on the same set.
Right.
I don't know their.
I don't know. Well, with DC now, I don't know how many sets are they coming out every a year, right? So
Yeah.
hard
I was
to
hoping
say,
maybe they put me on something else like Scooby Doo or those other
Right.
ones.
Right.
I wouldn't mind doing some of those.
Yeah. Yeah, Scooby Doo. I finished Scooby Doo, but I think it's coming out soon.
Yeah, they just announced it.
Yeah, right. They also have the Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
For Looney Tunes, are you guys doing that one?
I don't know. That's the thing. I'm hoping to get an email.
No, I think for Looney Tunes I turned that down. I think
Why?
I got an offer from that. I know. Oh shit. Or maybe the Space Jam. That's the one that I turned down. The Space Jam, the new version, LeBron.
Right.
That's yeah. I did do that, and maybe after that, I don't know. Maybe I think I didn't get also the an invite of the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking in the back of my head that I messed up. Maybe I drew Batman with his tights too tight, or Robin's tights too tight, and or something.
Why
'Cause
did you
normally-
get?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you got the approvals?
I haven't even got any of that. I don't know
Oh, okay.
what was approved, what wasn't approved.
Right. But you finished the annual, right? The
I didn't even get
annual-
to do the annual. They did.
Oh.
I finished the Batman series in December,
Okay. Yeah.
right? And the annual must have been before then,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Before, way before that. Yeah.
right? So that's what I did.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they got something in the tail end for me. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you just
Yeah.
gotta wait. That's really what that is. Just gotta wait and figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
6.
You did the renditions, right?
Yes, the Spider-Man one.
Yeah. Rendition. I did not. I didn't get an invite on that
But
one.
that was in January of 2024,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
That was a good year before the other stuff. And I felt like I got gypped because it was released without my knowledge.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean? Were they supposed to reach out to you, or
No, I thought they would announce it more, but it was like, here's this got released. It was one Instagram post and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna come out on December something. I found out via a retailer reached out and says, hey, these boxes are going for at the time $85. I'm like, wow. And I should have I thought, well, that's kind of pricey, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And now it's like 200 and something
Yeah. Yeah.
for the box,
yeah?
right? The the Tops X-Men
Yeah.
97 one which
Yeah.
got released, and that's about $200 or so
Mm-hmm.
for the box.
You did that too, right?
No, I didn't get a chance to do that.
Oh, you did. Okay.
By the time I filled out the Marvel card stuff, it was too
Mm-hmm.
late. They already filled the rosters of the artists that were doing this
Oh, okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
So then I thought, okay, well, I didn't get the gig. And out of the blue, they said, hey, do you want to do Star Wars? I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. So they sent me the first Star Wars deck.
Mm-hmm.
Then I finished the Star Wars. Then an email came right after that, after all of it got approved, and go, hey, do you want to do SpongeBob?
Oh,
I
what?
said, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that one. That was fun.
What was that? What set was that?
The SpongeBob.
Oh, it's SpongeBob. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That was a good set to do. I didn't do anything fantastic on it. I was just
Mm-hmm.
there we go. Yeah, we're all
Sorry,
quiet.
I don't know why, but like for me, like I'm not a talker because like I'm still recovering from. I'm trying to push as much energy as I can to be what is I don't know, talkative or whatnot.
So when I'm doing my whatnot stream, I tend to speak out loud my process. So when I
Right.
first do the initial concept, so that's how I get used to it, is I sit down and go, okay, so I'm going to be drawing X-Men or whatever, right? Like the Thing or something. So, I would talk through the process. Okay, so I want him to do like his hand over, he's grasping his hand or something like that, with a cigar coming out of his mouth or something, right? So he looks tough. He's looking down, and he's bulky. So I start sketching that. So okay, well, this is how I'm thinking. I think the shadow will come from here. The light will come from here. So I start rendering. So I start talking about the process, right? And
Right.
break it down. I go, okay, so I'm gonna do the head. Here's the head. Here's the eye. this is stuff, blah blah blah. So I'm talking to people are watching, right? So that's really what this is.
Huh.
How I got into it. Then once the pencil's kind of done, I start pencils. Then I go through. Okay, so I'm gonna do the micron now. This is where I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna lay down the basic, just the rough edges and things I want to keep. Then I go with the markers. The markers, I'm just dabbing here, I'm swishing here, I'm throwing colors here. Doesn't make sense. It looks very muddy, right? So I go through that process, and people watch. Then as I finish that process, and I go, okay, so now this is where I bring the black back in. So I bring out the brush, and this is where I start painting and cover certain areas and stuff, and the image just comes out to life from there, right? That's how I talk things through, right? And that's how you
Right.
get used to if you're doing a live stream, especially a draw live stream, you talk through your process,
Your
right?
process, right?
Yeah. So like, if I was doing what Oliver's doing, I'm so okay. So what I'm doing is I'm doing line weight now. I'm trying to build, you know what I mean? I'm going over the line, I'm making it thicker here and there or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So that way there's shape, there's form, there's blah 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 blah, right? All the magic, right? So what they don't know is a lot of my stuff is all chat GPT stuff. So I just prep that and I swap it out, right? My hand, my brain is attached to the chat GPT, and my hand is right. They think this is all real, but it's all
Yeah.
like virtual.
Right.
This is
Virtual
all like AI, right?
AI.
Huh.
Oh, see, I'm missing Mickey Mouse here. Only has 3 fingers, so I'm missing the other one. So see, that proves it. So I got a new set of markers.
Okay.
This about 186.
Oh.
The heck?
Yeah. So it came. It's all jumbled. So I was on
What's the
Norman's.
brand?
Yeah.
Is that
This-
Ohuhu?
No. This is special marker by a guy named Chen Rui.
No, why?
Art markers. So Chen here is he was working in China. Then he went into a magical forest and he found all these colors from the rainbow and he put it into a marker. No, I'm just I have no idea. I saw this on Temu and it was for all this was 60 something Canadian.
Really?
Right? So 100 something, if you break it down, these things are almost 50 cents, 75 cents a piece.
Compared to the $7 Copic markers.
Correct.
A single.
Right? So because I go through them a lot and I do like Oliver would know, right? We kind of drain them really quickly. So I figured
Oh yeah.
for 164 for 67 bucks is still a way better deal.
Oh yeah. Oh
Right?
yeah.
And none of them are dried out. So
That's good.
So here's the color gamut for 196 or something like that, around there. So the color is pretty much the same for a lot of it. There's some in between tones that are pretty much you can't even tell the difference between the tones, right? So I'm thinking it's just watered down marker just to get that extra color, right? But so I did that with this, so you can see how the marker reacts to the paper, the alcohol
Yeah.
kind of bubbles and stuff, right?
Yeah.
It has that nice. It does have that nice. There's that tone to that. The brush is a little thick, but over time, as you use it, the brush should be softened up a little bit better.
Mhm.
But you know, a lot of it is just trial, error, whatever we can do. But yeah, so that's what I did. I was over at Nauman Stream about half an hour before I went on here, and he was just he asked me to just come on, and I just came on, and I just did the swatch for the layouts for
Mhm.
my cards. So that way tomorrow I'm just gonna hunker down and start punching out the Star Wars. The problem is with the Star Wars stuff is, you know, they gave me 5 planets to work on. So things that happens on that planet. And I just got to figure out what it is. And, you know, they have ships and stuff. And the problem with ships is how do you draw ships, you know, in this side? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
a little blob and everything else is black and little specks for stars, right?
Mhm.
Right. I prefer it to be a little bigger, but you know, I'll probably end up doing that. Like anything on Mandalore will be, you know, something that happened on Mandalore, right? So I'll draw a bunch of Mandalorian in different color suits and stuff like that, just their head
Right.
and their
Yeah.
helmet, just profile. I'm gonna
Mhm.
do a lot of profiles. Then Alderaan is basically draw Leia, maybe a couple version of Leia, maybe all 10 versions of Leia, from little kid Leia to bigger Leia, or you know, Leia, her dad, or what's the name, the adopted dad and the adopted queen, maybe a couple guards or something like that. Um, what's that shiny spaceship that was in the Phantom Menace? I think that's from Alderaan, right? Wait, no, it can't be because yeah, they're from Alderaan.
Not
Uh,
familiar.
yeah. Tatooine, you know, I was thinking of drawing like the Jawas. Zucchini! The Jawas, maybe Uncle Ben and Aunt, what's her name?
Baru?
Baru? Yeah.
Before or
Sure.
after they got fried?
When they're being fried.
Okay.
I guarantee you, if I have flames with them or dead bodies, those cards will be rejected.
For sure. Uh, look, when you order to Timu, how much do you pay for the shipping?
Shipping is free, over $35.
Oh, okay.
So anytime
been-
I do stuff on Timu, I get like I get things like this, right? It's really a
Yep.
compass, right?
Oh, how do you find those tools? Like, how do you like
I mean, it's really stiff. I got to use both hands to adjust it, but I kind of like it being stiff because
Oh.
now I can just leave it aside and do that. But I also
Mhm.
I grab like a ton of the plastic stencils,
template?
right?
Mm.
I grabbed you know I like going through the stationaries and finding like these little
Yeah.
you can make
But
circles and
the what do you call it? The one that you were first holding. Don't you feel like it's limited though? Like to that to the largest size you can go to? Like it's not like
I'm doing this
way
on
bigger than what it is.
this is great for 2.5 by 3.5. I'm not doing anything bigger than right,
Right.
Arnold,
Mm. Yeah.
right? This is great for what I'm doing at right now. If I'm using this for like commission pieces, yeah, you do need to stick with the thing. But you know, I do have a protractor, right?
Oh.
The protractor that I got, I can actually take out the pencil part and actually put in a pen, right? You'll grip on the pen and use the pen,
Mm.
right? But I rarely do circles, right?
Hmm.
I try to like perfect circles, right? Um, the drawback with something like this is you get the little ridges here, right?
Yeah.
And it's metal, and because I use the Posca markers, right?
All
It's
right.
easy to wipe right off, right?
Right.
The metal part is easy to write off because what happens is the Posca markers, the acrylic goes on these thing and they stain
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
Unless you clean it right away,
Right.
right? With the metal, it's easy to clean, and I have it to a point where it's really stiff. I really like the stiff because it's just basically adjustment of the screws,
Hmm.
right? So that way it holds its pattern. Originally, I had it really loose, and when I moved it, it kind of moved and it changes, and I didn't want that. I'm drawing patterns, right? That's what this stuff is, right? Then when I get on Temu, I end up buying packs of like these. See that? I mean, they're just acrylic white,
Okay. Yeah.
right?
Okay,
And
here's my question. Well, regarding that one as well too. How well does that work?
it works really well. I mean, some pens are, you get them depending on the batch, right? Some work really well. The other ones are, dried out or whatever the stuff is, right? But I'm only paying $2 or $3, right? And you get a 5-pack. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah.
It's right. Um, things like any little bit of art supplies that I can get, that'd be great, right? But the microns, I have no other choice but to buy directly from Amazon or Curry because I get them, So at Missouri or Curry's art store or any art stores, these things are a dollar or something, $1.50 Canadian, right? So I
Right.
find the one and I buy 10 of these, right? Because I go through them really quick, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Then if I can get then when I'm on on the art store place, I always end up buying instead of one or two of these like everybody else who buys it. I buy like a pack of 20 or a pack of 30.
Right.
What are those?
They're just
Are those the brush?
yeah, they're just for my brush pen. I just screw and replace them.
Yeah.
They come with the ink, right? Originally, I was gonna buy the watercolor one where it's blank and you just fill the ink in there.
Hmm.
But I think that's just way too. I don't trust it. I kind of like
Right.
what this thing is, right? Then you go on Temu and you end up with. I always end up buying the pack of what do you call those things? Mechanical pencils. They come in large packs, and you kind of get away with it and stuff, right? Then I buy paint, I buy markers, I buy. It's my art supply store because a lot of it is, you read the description and you hopefully the review is dead on
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm looking at okay, well, I'm spending $10 to $20 for 30-40 markers, and I'm like, worst case scenarios, one's no good, right?
Right.
Right.
It will last me 30-40 bucks. Well, I would love to have Copic, but the Copic, the one, see, I thought Copic would do this, was sell the single marker for cheap, and
Yeah.
right, and that way it's kind of like HP or these printer companies where they sell the machine for really really cheap, and they charge you through the nose for the ink, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. The refills for the Copics.
Yep.
I mean, they're $10 for this tube, right? They're 15
Yeah.
bucks now. $15 for the tube. If I'm paying $8 now for a Copic brush pen, right?
Right.
Come on, look at the this. I get more ink out of this than this, right?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So for an extra, that's really mean. I was hoping they would sell me these for $1 to $2 a piece, less than that, and that way I can buy a whack of these, then sell me on the refills. But apparently that doesn't work that way because they have their name, right? They have their name, so they charge accordingly. That's what the material is. What are the materials? And I buy a lot of so now I'm into like these. Here you go, right? The refills,
Yeah.
right? They're not too bad. They're $2 a refill. There's a lot of them. And I use a lot of blue, as you can see. See, to the blue. So I have blues and more blues. Then on occasion, you do get packs of Posca for $38, right?
Vodka, yeah.
And that is cheaper than the $64 for the same amount. I don't know how they charge so much, right? But on Temu, they'll sell it for like a deep discount. So yeah, that's my art supply run. I buy a lot of brushes too.
Lot of what? Brush?
Brushes, paint brushes,
Oh, paint brushes. Okay.
right?
You find you go through a lot of them as well too, or
Well, the brush, like if I go to Michael's or any of these art supply stores, I'm paying $5 for a nice brush. But the way I treat my brush is horrible because I'm using acrylic and they tend to destroy the fiber and stuff. So might as well get them as cheap as I can, right? I don't have to worry about maintaining them and buying the soap and buying all this stuff and the whole bit. If I get a pack of brush, like the dollar store kind of thing, you know what I mean? That's what they are, right? It's not a big loss because they do get damaged, right? The brush gets damaged and they're worn. Then I start spotting these Chinese calligraphy brush, right?
Yeah.
And they're really good price. They're really good price because they retain a lot of water, and this is more of a watercolor than anything else. This is best for watercolor, right? For large spreads, yeah. Then I found the other stuff that I like for dry brushing it's this one. It's called the blending brush for you guys. This is for makeup.
right?
And that is literally, I'm walking into the dollar store where the makeup counter is area and just buying packs of these makeup brush.
Well, it's funny. I don't know if you saw or you've seen this. Let me see if I can show an example. But will this be an example? Yeah. Okay. So, have you seen this?
Oh, that's for the pencil sharpener. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put the pencil on and you use a knife.
Yeah. Use a knife.
Yeah. My dad used to have one.
Yeah. So that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't tried it out yet. Like I saw it, and I'm going like, okay, let me see if that how effective it is. But I still yet to play around with it.
Yeah. So, this is a Temu brush thing. This is a Temu pencil sharpener. It's got the different sizes. So you start with the larger size and it becomes pointier and pointier as you switch. Then you go to the fine point. This will sharpen the lead. The last hole will sharpen the lead, right?
It's funny what you can find.
Yeah, I know.
Right? I didn't know these things existed. That's really what it was.
Well, same thing with that one that I showed you. I didn't know that they existed, but what you're showing as well too. It's like, yeah, what is that? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know what it is, but I'm going like, okay.
I mean, this is like a $2 not even a $2 item. It's like 89 cents or something like that, a dollar item, right? And I kind of like it because it's like I don't have to deal with the shavings, right? The
Right.
shaving for me is just to dump it.
Yeah.
Like, what did I buy that was just stupid? I'll show you what I bought. What did I buy? I buy a lot of knee erasers. I bought, like, I swear to God, I don't know what it is, but I don't know where I put it. But I have a $40 pencil sharpener.
Yeah.
What? $40.
Just for one little pencil sharpener. I swear to God, it's not here. It's in my art pack or whatever. Yep. And you know why? Because it was $40. Right? It does the same thing as the dollar store pencil sharpener. But it's $40.
And what made you buy it?
Because it looked cool. It had a state, it's one of those, the Stedler or whatever the stuff was. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, why did I do that? After you bring it home, you're like,
Right.
wait, this dollar store thing does the same thing as this $40 pencil sharpener. It's just that it's made of metal. It's a little heavier, right?
Yeah.
It's handcraft, and the steel can cut through atominium or whatever, right? I don't know. It's made out of, from Wolverine's claw. Right? I'm like, damn it, what the hell?
Hey, I've done the same thing too with other art supplies that I'm going like, why did I buy this? I could have just gone to the dollar store and then had the same
So
result.
this, you and I are the same, right? So we use mechanical pencil.
Right.
So graph gear, right? The Pentel has always been, it's the standard in art supply
Right.
kind of thing, right? So the Pentel stuff, right? So like, I spent $18 for this thing.
Right.
Right? But these I can get for like $1. And it does the same damn thing.
Exactly.
Right? Like,
no, I hear you. I mean, like, what this Pentel that I have, like, I think you can buy a pack of this at Staples for like $8 or something like that, so $4 each.
Yeah. Oh my God, the stuff that we do. The stuff that we do. Right? But I did find some useful stuff, though. That's the thing. I bought an easel, on a painting easel on wheel. It's adjustable, different canvas size and all that stuff. So those are definitely a lot cheaper on Temu, right? Like a good easel for me, you're looking at almost $300. This was half that, right? And it's from the same manufacturer, so I don't understand, right? Because it goes on Amazon, it's almost $300, right?
Right.
On Temu, it's the same. It's the same seller, like the same. Was it Median? Is the brand that I always buy, and it's always a lot cheaper there too. So I'm assuming that's because they manufacture it there, and the manufacturers just sell it at like deep discount, right?
Yeah.
and I guess if they charge double when it goes to Amazon because Amazon house it, you know what I mean? They put it in their warehouse and they take their
Right.
fees and stuff. So
Mhm.
I guess that's what they're doing, right? Yeah. Oh, I like that. It's nice with the shades and the shadows there, Arnold.
Yeah, I'm just playing around. Like honestly, like again, I don't know what's wrong with me tonight, but like I'm just experimenting. Thank you though.
Yeah. So
Like
what's
that's the thing, right? Like I think
Yep.
this show, we're not really doing like, well, we don't really need to. I guess what I'm saying. Do a full
Mhm.
illustration, but like we can show our
Process.
what do you call it, process or like how we play around.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So it is midnight. So we're
Hmm.
gonna
Yep.
call it. So I'm just gonna go through
Yeah.
your stuff, guys. Right.
Sure.
So that's cool, Arnold.
Thank you. I
Right.
wasn't proud of my girl, but like I do like my Batman. I will sell
Yeah.
this.
Skullgirl looked great though. I mean, I love the way you did the face and stuff like that. Just gotta
Thank
fix
you.
up a
Yeah.
little,
Yeah.
right? Once
Yeah.
once you figure out the rest, I think everything will fall into place, right?
Right.
The thing is, like you're very confident when you're drawing guys, right?
Yeah.
Drawing
Exactly.
girls a whole different thing, and that's the same thing for us, right?
Right.
When we do this stuff, right? Then we got Ollie there, just almost finished. Is that a commission, Ollie, or is that?
No, this is for a charity event.
Oh,
This will be my piece that I'm going
Damn,
to
look at all the
send.
details on it, man.
yeah. What
Yeah.
charity event is this?
What?
What's the charity?
Oh, that's the mental con.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Mental con.
Oh, MetalCon. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. There you go, guys. That's for the charity event. That's cool.
Yeah.
Look at all the details, right?
I
Look
like
at all
doing
those
something like.
chains, all the links. Like he's got everything all in there with the shadows within the links and stuff, right? I would have done this with my clip studio, and I would have a what you call a brush that has to do with generating,
Right.
right? Or I would go to Mid Journey and just go, hey, draw me Spawn with a lot of chains, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you went there.
Right? So
Yeah,
Field Beast, if you're interested in Sketch Soldiers piece, just reach out to him. I guess he can, he's got other pieces too. Follow him on Instagram. Everything's in the show notes. All of our stuff's in the show note. For Ollie's stuff, this is for a charity event, but if you are looking for specific commissions, again, a lot of that is in the show note. His Instagram, just reach out to him. I'm sure he has pieces that he's done that are also for sale also. So yeah, for that, for me, it's the same thing. These are just the Mickey Mouse stuff I've done, but I have sketch cards and stuff like that I've done for projects and covers and books and that stuff. A lot of my information is also in the show note for the link tree. If you're interested in any of that stuff, I do have a Whatnot store that I do live streaming for commissions and stuff like that. You're welcome to join. Every Wednesday, we'll be doing these just draw and chill. That's all it is. You're welcome to come along. Suggest characters to draw. You're welcome to. And I'll try to bring in some other artists too to my channel. Some of these gentlemen will be in May. They will be guests on Naman's show. He was here earlier on his channel. A lot of YouTube communities and there's Christina Payne will pop some of that K-pop is also will be interviewing some comic book artists who are Asian American based. I think we're all Asian, I guess, if you want to say that. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Uh, some days I don't feel like Asians. Uh, but yeah, if you're looking for some of the stuff, our socials in the show note. You're welcome to hit us up on anything you want and all the other stuff. I'm going to try to bring on some other artists when their schedules is free. It's going to be a tough starting this month till through the summer. A lot of us will be doing conventions and yeah, convention events and stuff like that around the Toronto area and stuff. But yeah, I'll try to bring on some other guests. We have, yeah, thanks everybody that kind of showed up. Jagular, K-pop, Feeling Beast there. Christina, thanks Christina for dropping in. Bleeker, I forget who else. Everybody else is in the chat there. Thanks for showing up, guys. Razor, so forth. The thing. What are you up to, Arnold?
Sorry,
What's your next stuff that you're happening?
my next show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the end of the month, it's gonna be Cornwall.
Okay.
I'll be in
Then
Cornwall. It's a 2 days, yeah, 2 days event. June 26th and 27th. Cornwall is pretty much a little bit close to Montreal.
yeah.
So yeah, I'll be there along with my buddy Mike Simbahan. Goes by Lost Filipino or Lead Poisoning.
Mhm.
Lead Poisoning, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lead Poison Studio kind of stuff. Cool. Yeah. I guess you're not doing Anime North. I guess.
Uh Technically I am. Like I'll be with Gotham Central.
Okay.
I'll be helping Gotham Central Comics. But we'll see. I know Carlos, like the owner, he has offered me to sell some of my stuff at his booth, so I'll see what I can bring. I know Anime North is very particular as far as like what to sell, what you can sell. Sorry, like
Yep.
obviously they want to make sure that you're selling mostly like anime stuff. They're not really like fond of like you selling anything outside of anime,
Yep.
like superhero stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. I'll probably I'm gonna buy tickets for that because my daughter wants to go, so I'm gonna have to buy tickets for that, right? So yeah, I'll probably see you before then, anyways.
All right.
Just for one day, I might drop in or something like that. Then Ollie, any event you're doing or any cons you're doing?
No cons. For me, I'm still working on some my sketch cards for Upper Deck. So just watch out.
The
I'll post
announcements.
the announcement when it's coming out. So yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Just we're both the same, right? We're
Yep.
just doing sketch cards for now.
Just doing sketch cards. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
much it, right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Then for me, guys, let's see. There will be a bunch of cons coming up. I know that. The big one for me will be in between the small cons. It will be Niagara Falls Comic Cons. I will be there, and we'll be showing off the cover that I did for Murder King for Bleecker Street.
Nice.
Yes, Feeling Beast. This will be weekly. We're gonna do this every Wednesday at 9:30 at this time. I'll try to bring in a bunch of new guests. I've been just emailing them, but it's just scheduling. It's all scheduling trying to get guests on here. Yeah, I'll bring. I think Bleeker will announce a little bit more when he gets the Kickstarter campaign for the new book. Just keep an eye out for that. Bleeker's in the chat there. Bleeker's Street Comics. You can find him on Instagram also. Yeah. Then what else? yeah, I'm doing sketch cards. I got Star Wars sketch cards coming up. I need to finish that in a couple weeks and stuff like that. I have my Whatnot streams, which I try to make ends meet doing that stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Then for next Wednesday, you guys okay for next Wednesday?
Sure. Hopefully, I'll feel better by then.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get another person or two
Yeah.
in there. We'll see. I was trying to get
Mhm.
Michael Morton. He does a lot of watercolor technique kind of stuff. You'll like his stuff. I'm
Cool.
gonna try to see Duke Comic Art. He does a lot of the streaming on Whatnot, so
Mhm.
I'm gonna see if he's free, and you'll see his. I want to get him to show the his because he does everything. What he does is he does his outline on a piece of paper, then he trace it right onto the sketch card just to get the clean lines instead of doing what I do, like I pencil and I erase the pencil and I do all this stuff. Then what he does is he goes in and he renders the entire thing in markers,
Mhm.
right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, do comic art. He does really fantastic stuff. He's got that look. It's fully rendered, like with from lights to shadows and stuff like that. It's a lot of
Yeah.
work. I find for myself doing that kind of stuff is a little tougher. I like doing, I like having the black line, but I kind of grew up doing comic books with the black lines and stuff,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So I'll try to get him on one of the shows. I'm hoping when Mike Ruth gets some free times, I would love to get him on and get him to do some drawings with us too, right? Or maybe Ken too. Ken Lass, yeah, right. I'll reach out to him and a bunch of other people and whoever we can get, and hopefully just for one night they jump on and they can show us some stuff, right?
Okay.
Right.
Like
Yep.
a drawing technique. We can ask them how they do some of the stuff, and they'll bring on some pieces and stuff like that too. So yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you, everybody.
Got
Have a
a good
great
lineup.
night. I
Thanks,
don't have
man.
extra. I don't have any of that stuff. So yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yes. Yeah. Good night, everybody.
All right. Good
Ending
night.
Good night.